This is the KDM Show. Hi, welcome once again to KenMinta Show. We've been talking about the 7 Ds to think and grow, basically to expand yourself from where you are to attain something better, something higher, something good for yourself. And the 5 sessions we've done so far have been brilliant so far, I would say. And we picked up from one which was having the idea, having the dream, which was the first D. And then we went on to talk about the desire and basically having that passion, that strong feeling to push yourself through to the desire that you've got in mind. And then we talked about your decision, deciding on what you're going to pursue, deciding on to move to the next stage. We went through to talk about the design stage, which is actually planning the face or facing out your dream that you've got in mind. That was number 4. Number 5, we touched on your direction, seeking, expect, cancel, knowing exactly who to speak to, and then where you're going, having that in mind as well. And today is number 6, which is the penultimate one for the 7 Ds. Number 6, what are we talking about? Number 6, we're talking about your determination. Determination. It's amazing. This one, I would say, sort of sets itself up in a perfect position, because without the determination, you're going to struggle. It will be hard for you to actually pursue whatever you've got in mind. So that is the D number 6 for today. But before we dive into D number 6 for today, let's have a quick look at our code for today. And what I've got here is, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, your mind can achieve. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. This is one from Napoleon Hill, from the Think and Grow series or the book. And basically it says it all, because if you look around you, like where you are now, look in the country, or I don't know where you're watching from at the minute, but wherever you are, people that have been successful in life, i.e. progressed from where they were to a higher level now, look at what they've done so far in their life. It's all up in their mind. If the mind can perceive it, if the mind can conceive it, the mind will help you to actually achieve it. This is looking at the subconscious from a different angle, because normally what people tend to think is they try and set out a goal, they set out a target, but then if they don't actually believe the target is going to work, I don't know what the mind can help them to achieve. But if they've got in their hearts, it could be that they're not even that intelligent, it could be that they're not even that educated, it could be that they haven't even got the skills or the required set of skills they need to actually pursue this dream. But whatever that they have in their minds, they conceive it. They know, they say to themselves, I am going to get this thing, I will definitely get it, regardless of the skills they've got. But so far as they've got that mindset tends to pave a way for them. So today, the quote is telling you that whatever you can conceive, whatever that your mind can conceive and believe, you've got to believe it, you've got to have the faith in it. So whatever your mind can conceive and believe, trust me, you are going to achieve it. So just have that at the back of your mind. And then if you've got some goals that you've set out, try and push them through in this scenario, i.e. believe in them and just conceive it well in your mind. You have to believe it, and definitely it's going to come to pass. All right, let's go straight into D number 6, which is the determination. If you look this up in your dictionary, determination has a line in there. The meaning of that determination, it has a line in there which says there could be obstacles. So basically what this determination is telling you is, it's not going to be that rosy. It is not going to be that rosy. There will be obstacles ahead of you, but the determination is pushing you through the obstacles. So in as much as the meaning sets it out exactly as it says on the tin, that is what you're going to find. You need to persevere through the difficulties. You need to persevere through the hard times. It won't be rosy. Yeah, it might be rosy for some people, but on a general note, it's normally not that rosy to persevere towards a dream or to achieve a goal. And basically, before you can achieve that goal, the perseverance needs to kick in, the determination needs to kick in. If you want to achieve it without the determination, then it means it's never going to be possible. So if you go through all the five D's that I mentioned earlier on, you could see that by the time you get to a state where you realize, whoa, I have achieved my goal, without determining, without persevering through that dream, it will be impossible, because there would be a lot of stuff along the line. One which I mentioned is the obstacles. So you will come against certain things in life. It might be foreseen obstacles, it might be unforeseen obstacles. Foreseen meaning these are steps you need to go through to actually get you to where you're looking at. And then the unforeseen ones are ones that just spring up by surprise. They don't tell you they're coming. So you'd just be walking along the line, and then before you realize, they're there. Those are there. Negativity is one of them as well. Negativity, big negatives, and normally it comes from the people around you. They stick around you thinking they're very close to you, but then they could be spewing negative thoughts into your mind. They could be spewing things that will just break your heart. There's an old African saying. It says, "Aboa bi bɛka na ofri ofra ntoma." I will explain that in English. It means if an ant will bite you. I use an ant, animal, aboa meaning animal, but I'm using an ant. So it says if an ant will bite you, it's got to be from within your clothing. If it's not close to you, there's no way it will be able to bite you or attack you. Do you understand? So in that same respect, these negativities could come from close people, family members, siblings, friends, people you call friends. They may perceive your dream before you actually can perceive it yourself. And knowing the dream or the mindset that you've got, they will try and spew negative stuff into your mind. And then this will end up, if you're not careful, it will just sway. It could sway your attention from what you're aiming at. What else could be confusion as well? You could sort of hit right into a confused state where you're thinking you've got the mindset to perceive or persevere whatever you've got in your mind, but then confusion could set in. Basically, things that aren't coordinated properly, and then it might just take you off guard, and you might not necessarily know exactly where you're aiming at. What else? You could have a lot of options, and then having too many options when you're aiming for your goal is also a distraction. Without having that goal in mind or being determined about where you want to achieve or what you want to achieve, a lot of options in your life can basically bring you to a halt, and then you might not necessarily know exactly what you want to do. Many years ago, I set out to wear white shirts. I don't know whether you noticed that. I love my white shirts, and the reason being, every morning when I used to wake up in the morning to get ready for work, I'll open my wardrobe, and then there'll be quite a lot of shirts in there, like pink or blue or different colors. And then the thinking would be, what am I going to wear today? And this is me, I'm talking about me. It put me in a right state of confusion. I didn't want that. So what I ended up doing was scrapping all of those, and then I would get as many white shirts. Most people who know me know I'm a white shirt person. So I wake up in the morning, I've ironed all these shirts in the wardrobe, and then I just pick a white shirt. I could even close my eyes, and then I'll just pick a white shirt. It puts me in that right. I don't spend too much time selecting what I need to wear, because I'm thinking, well, I've got one white shirt. Tomorrow, that one goes in the laundry, and then tomorrow I get another white shirt. On Wednesday, I get another white shirt. On Monday, I get another white shirt. On Saturday, I get... It made my life so easy, because it didn't distract me from the end. At the end of the day, my goal was to get to work and to look smart. So regardless of whether I had to be in a pink or blue shirt, I thought, right, being a white shirt, I'd look smart, and that is the sort of thing. Confusion would kick in, but if you haven't got the end goal in sight or in your mind, you won't be able to persevere. You won't be able to push along. So you need that determination in your life. Whatever that you're planning on doing now, whether you're a nurse wanting to be a doctor, whether you're a doctor, a medical doctor wanting to be a surgeon specializing in surgery, or regardless of the situation you're in now, you've got to have that mindset. You've got to have that end goal in sight. I'll give you a scenario. So say you sit in your car, you start your engine, you're going from A to B, so you're traveling from destination A to destination B. And then you start your engine, you set out to travel. So you get on the road, you're driving. I'm using the manual car now, for example. So let's just use the manual car. I'll kick back onto the automatic shortly. So we use the manual stick. So you're driving. What happens if you release your foot from the accelerator? You notice your car slows down. So if you are on the motorway where it's telling you to do, say, 70 miles per hour or 120 kilometers per hour, or whatever country you're in that your speed limits are telling you, if you start removing your feet from the accelerator, what tends to happen is the car slows down. And if you're in the fast lane driving, if you know this, if you're in the fast lane driving and you're driving very, very slow, you could be a hazard to somebody who's gunning for it to go through and get to their destination quicker. So the result of not being persistent is you removing your feet from the accelerator. That slows you down. I'm not saying you won't get to your destination, but you could be a hazard to somebody, you could be a hazard to yourself, you could be a hazard to whatever situation you're in at that moment. And if you take it another notch, you will get there, but you will get there very, very late. So it's not a race. Life is not a race, but life goes with the time that we've basically been brought onto this earth. So nobody knows when you're going to die. Nobody knows when I'm going to die. But if I'm here and I've got the time, there's a saying, make hay while the sun shines. So if I can step on the accelerator, go my national speed limit and get me to my destination at the right time, why do I need to take off my feet from the accelerator? So I've got to keep my feet on the accelerator to get me to where I need to get to. And I want to get there on time so I can enjoy the life I've actually gone through and built for myself. What is the point when you go through life, you spend all these years aiming for something big, and then you get there and you only enjoy it for just a day? Whereas you could have got there quicker, and then you could have enjoyed it for some years. Have a think about that. So if you take the automatic stick, for example, which is the car, so you get in there and then you put it to drive. If you do not step on the accelerator, the car is not going to go. Well, with automatic, it will move a little bit, but then it's not going to go as fast as you want it to get to, or as fast as you want it to go. You've got to keep your foot on the accelerator to get you that speed, to get you to where you're getting to. So at the end of the day, keeping your feet on the accelerator is key. Let's take the other scenario where you're constructing a building, and then you've got your building team, you've got your project manager, you've got your engineers and your architect and all these people within that build team. So everyone is doing their job fantastically. And then one person falls ill, or one person is rubbish in quote, they're not doing their jobs well. Are you going to stop the construction because of that one person? No. It's a hard decision to take, but you've got to decide. Either you get rid of them, or you speak to them candidly for them to up their game. That is what I call persevere. You've got to persevere to get the end goal. You've got to finish the construction. So the fact that you've got one person slowing the game, which is affecting the outturn, you don't need to keep that going. You've got to make a decision to try and push things forward to have your completion on time. Because all these constructions, they do have like a set deadline or a completion date that you've got to hit. And then if all these delays are going to kick in, you end up having a risk to the project, because you could end up being charged extra cost for delaying the job. So look at perseverance as your way to push you through to get to the end, your way to push you through to get to the goal. Have it in mind that regarding the obstacles, regarding the confusion, regarding the negativity, regarding all these things that are going to stop you from persevering or moving forward to get to your goal, regardless of all these things, you are still going to have it in your heart that you will move forward and then you will achieve the goal as you planned from day one. I hope it's been a blessing to you. And what I'm leaving with you today is never give up. Determination means there will be obstacles that you need to push through. So never give up. If you feel like you're giving up in anything you're doing now, just give me a comment in the comment section. I've got my contact details there. Let's have a quick chat. Because maybe a conversation with somebody, a conversation with a friend, a conversation with a family member can put you to, basically can just open something in your mind, and then it will set you right to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Have a blessed week, and then I'll come your way with the last D, and then hopefully we'll move on to another series. Take it easy and stay blessed. Thank you. This is the KenMinta Show.